Greetings YouTube, Skill Incarnate bringing you all the latest indie gaming goodness. Welcome back as we look at another indie game. This time I'm checking out Hero's Hour by Benjamin Hauer. Now this is a game made by a one-person development team, and it takes heavy influence from the Heroes of Might and Magic series. Now this game has all of the stuff that made Heroes fun. We've got city building, army building, RPG mechanics and hero management. This feels like a Heroes of Might and Magic light, and I mean that in the best way possible. We're going to have a look at the first part of the campaign and I'm going to let you know what my thoughts are. Let's have a look at Hero's Hour. Hero's Hour doesn't have a traditional campaign. What it does have is a series of procedurally generated maps. Now these range from tiny maps that will take you maybe a few hours to complete, all the way up to your big maps that are going to take you a few days at least. Now the developer's gone into a lot of detail with the different factions in the game, and we've got everything from your standard human knights all the way through to your undead, magical creatures, demons and even a aquatic species. Now I like the Horde because, I mean, who doesn't like your standard Warcraft orcs? You've also got a massive selection of different heroes, each with their own special skills and a specific way of playing the game. So you're going to have to do a little bit of experimentation to see what works for your playstyle. Now that being said, because I did mention Warcraft, we're going to try and recreate the classic Warcraft battle, orcs versus humans. Now first off, I wanted to mention a couple of issues with the game. Now when I first played this, roughly about a month ago, I was having a pretty easy time. And I thought that the game's balance was actually out because I was having too much of an easy time. And I think the developer, in trying to fix that, may have overcorrected. And we're going to see this as we play the game. So the first thing we need to do is to select a building. So in our main city when we start, we can build one building per turn. And we want to try and prioritize buildings that will either A, allow us to recruit more units, or B, buildings that will increase our cash flow to let us pay for more units. In this case, we're going to go for the Dead Forest, which will allow us to recruit some goblin guerrillas, which are basically archers. Now we've built our building for the turn, we'll purchase some archers and we've got our hero's army. It's looking a little bit sad at the moment, a little shabby. We don't have a lot of creatures we can fight here. Any battle that has a moderate difficulty, you want to try and avoid that, because even if you do win, you're probably going to lose a lot of the creatures in your army. So we're going to try and hopefully find some battles we can win, or better yet, some easy resources we can claim to continue building our army. So just going to check out the area. And you can see here, this is the enemy faction. And I thought I was actually in some trouble there. If they had chosen to attack us, we would have lost for sure. The Sphinx. We might leave that because it tends to ask a riddle that can be a bit of a challenge to answer, and if you get it wrong, the penalty is quite severe. So let's end our turn for now. And now we know this enemy is here, we can tell that their base is probably somewhere to the south. Now they've kind of got me locked down because if I leave, they're going to attack my main base and they're going to win the game. So I'm going to have to stick around home for now, or at least close enough. And you can see that if they do attack, I'm probably going to lose. So I'm going to hope that they head on the other way. And I'm also going to build some more structures that will allow me to hire more units. So now we have some goblin raiders that we can add to our army. Again, any battle against this guy, we're probably going to lose. So I'm going to try and hope that he goes and turns on around. If we can wait the week out, every week our army numbers are replenished, we can purchase more soldiers. Okay, he's not interested in fighting us right now, which I'm very happy about. What I am going to do is try and capture one of the nearby mines, and that's going to let us get some resources, in this case some ore. And that ore is going to... we can either use it to construct buildings, or later on when we build a marketplace we can sell it for some gold. I've sent my hero in first. And you can see the goblin raiders doing some work on those archers. They have a charge ability. Now we actually, due to some clever placement of our units, the cavalry charge broke their formation, and now my hero has gained a level and has gained a quarry. So now we're going to get some gold per turn. And we're going to hit the sawmill next. And I'm going to construct an infirmary, which means that if our creatures are felled in battle, there's the chance that the infirmary will revive them, and we will basically minimize losses. The better the infirmary, the more creatures that will survive. Let's, we've built. We can't hire anything, we just have to wait it out for the next turn. So next we've got the lumber mill. Again, wood is a very useful resource used in constructing nearly everything in the game, so we definitely want to get this as early as possible. I don't have any special abilities, so we're just basically using the hero as a tank. Heroes cannot die in the game, they'll only be knocked out for a short period. The only way to lose your hero is for your base itself to be captured by the enemy, which is why I'm being very close and staying near the base. Very well done. Our losses were next to none, and we've got ourselves a sawmill. And, I mean, I want to get the gold mine, but as you can see, the enemy far too tough there. All of these nearby buildings we can't take out. But we can take those guys out. So these look to be slavers. Let's fight them, and hopefully we can win. We can free some of the trapped creatures and add them to our army. This battle is going very, very well. Okay, the next thing we want to do is I'm going to summon, and I'm going to check out the creatures that I have freed. Oh, nice. So they're a flying unit that can melee. So again, our army is still too small to do any sort of major damage. But as we grow, we'll be able to take on and liberate some of the surrounding mines, and that's just more money. A nice easy battle. A hero's taking a majority of the damage again. He can't die. Very nice. So let's recruit some centaurs as well. Defense, okay. I am going to go for experience. I want a high level hero. And we'll see if I can build some... Oh, build a fort. Greatly increases the weekly number of units and improves the defense of the town. Very nice. Yeah, I think that's our best bet. Or marketplace. Let's go fort then marketplace. Ooh, and that's going to give me some... Let's get some raiders. And that will mean I can... Yeah, I can purchase additional raiders each week. Very nice. So again, I'm only level 4. I can't really challenge anything yet. As you can see, the enemy hero, though, they do start off with a pretty nasty buff. They've got an army that is far bigger than ours. And again, I find that the balance of the game, it feels a bit off. The developer made some very big changes, and the game has gotten a lot harder, and I think, again, that they've overcorrected. Okay, so there's not much we can do right now. Let's build the marketplace next. Oh, so I've got some good choices here. A one-time boost, no. A better artifact sold or exchange rate. I think I'm going to go for exchange rate because I've got a few mines now and I can start selling them for some extra gold. Okay, and our next goal is to increase our town's income yet again. Okay, and that computer player is back. His army's grown somewhat, but we're starting to catch up. I'm just hoping that we can catch up in time. And there's no nearby mines that we can raid. These are all very much too strong for our army right now. So let's chill out back home just in case he decides to attack us. We've got a home team advantage. And we're at the end of the week, so if he decides not to attack, I can then increase my army. Nice. So I'm going to be a bit broke from doing this. There we go, but we managed to hire the entire group of units we need. And our army size has greatly increased. And okay, so I can defeat the enemy computer. Now, I really don't want to put myself in a bad spot by fighting these guys who are moderate difficulty, because it is going to result in me losing, but there's a lot of resources there and I think it's worth the risk. This is going to be another week before I can increase my army size. At the very least we can have a look up in this area. Okay, yeah, he's headed back up to the base, so let's head back home. He's going to attack our home, so let's wait. If he does happen, actually, let's just get this over with. I changed my mind. I was going to play it passive, but I think passive is not going to work here. He's out the front of our base and he's making my life pretty hard, so let's go and take him out. We'll wait until the battle starts and then I'll summon these imps to their flank, attack them from behind. We're going to win this battle pretty easy, but I'm trying not to take too heavier losses. As you can see, my goblins, yeah, he's wiped out nearly my entire group of goblin. I mean, they're pretty much zerglings. There we go. Very nice. So in a small army, but their units were much more bigger and dangerous to take on. I'm going to go with the swarming skill, which will allow me to create a Naruto-style shadow clone. And he's dropped a bunch of resources we can... Wow, he's had some nice gear. Turns out that was actually worth the risk. Now let's see what we can build. There's another 500 gold a day. Very nice. Eventually we want to try and max this tree here, which will give us a massive return on cash per day. We're starting to get a little bit of extra money. We've got a bit of an overflow of ore, so I may head into my marketplace. Let's hold out until we need it. I'll start selling resources when I have no choice. There's no limit on the stack size, and you can sell them anytime you want. 4 sulfur. Now, have I got a sulfur mine? I don't. Let's take the sulfur. Nice, so I've got some new gear. And most of these guys are moderate difficulty, and I don't want to be picking fights I can't win. And if I take this guy on, I'm probably going to lose right now. I'm probably going to win, sorry, but I would lose a fair portion of my army. But I'll wait 4 days for the next week. Let's head on over here. We'll tackle the fights that we can win. And then when a hero gets to a big enough level, it will make it much easier for our battles, because the hero gets a number of really cool abilities, summoning abilities, elemental spells. There doesn't seem to be a limit on what you can learn. If you're a warrior class, there's no reason why you can't pick up some spells. That was a very easy battle. I'm going to go with recruitment again. So we're speccing into summoning and recruiting, getting an army as big as possible, and the units to the ability to summon additional units during battle. Let's go with crystal, because I don't have crystal mine yet. Okay, so we have to fight evil clowns. I guess so. I mean, it's I have a problem with clowns. They scare me. I've never been good with clowns. They've always... Oh man, I think we're gonna lose this. Are we gonna be rolled by a bunch of clowns? Oh my god, we are. They're winning. The clowns are winning. The army of evil clowns is destroying an army of orcs. God, I never thought I'd see the day. Oh no, here come more. Yeah, defeat. There you go. So, I mean, we're very lucky that that was a non-lethal battle, or that would have been game over for me, although I probably wouldn't have taken on a fight if it wasn't lethal. That was a little bit of a kick in the pants. Let's see what else we can build. Creation of non-faction creatures. And the price goes up the more creatures we have. Oh, nice. Architect increases gold income by 250 per day. Yes, let's do that. So we're now getting 2,000 gold per day, which is definitely going to cover our recruitment costs for now. Let's end our turn. So we've got a crystal mine and a gold mine. And a Cyclops lair. Now I think no matter what I do, I'm going to lose some creatures, so let's do it. I am going to lose some of my army with this, but the reason why I want this building is because it will allow me to get free units. So I'm just hoping the free units I get are going to be worth the cost of some of my army being pulverized trying to destroy this outpost here. Oh, that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad at all. So now I have this Cyclops lair. I wonder if they'll spawn the goblins. Oh, okay. They must spawn them at our main base. Well, seeing as I didn't really take that much of a hit, no, I'll wait. I'll wait it out. I've only got a few more days, and then I can bolster my army a bit further, and then I can, with a bigger group, I'm sure I can take them out. Oh, nice palace. So now we're getting a fair amount of money. We just have to wait, sit back and wait for the gold to roll in. We've got a sawmill, a ore quarry, Cyclops lair, and hopefully once we get the crystal mine and the gold mine, we'll be right. I really want this sulfur mine, but unfortunately most of the creatures here, yeah, that would be suicide. So let's see what else we can build. Mercenary Hall. A stronghold, we need some wood. We do have a lumber mill, so we'll eventually be able to do this. I think for the moment, let's build... Yeah, I'm thinking Shaman next. Spirit Altar. I've already built. Okay, let's finish our turn. Very nice. So we're getting a lot of money from this now. We can build our army really quick. So what I can do is let's build a Spirit Altar and recruit some shamans for our army. And we'll move those guys back into... There we go. So with an army of this size, we should be able to... Nope, still moderate. Okay, that's fine. We got a couple more days. We'll just sit back and we'll chill. These battles down here look easy. Let's do that while we wait. So it often is just a matter of time. You have to wait. You have to build your army, and you have to decide when. Sometimes it's worth the risk of going in and fighting an army that may trounce some of your soldiers, and other times you're just better off staying out of the way and hoping. I mean, there's a bit of RNG too. I mean, the computer could have rolled me. There's a few times it strayed pretty close to my base, and if it had decided to attack, I probably would have lost. So I have a lot of archers in my army. I think that would be a good move. Or we can go for plunder. Let your hero loot gold. Okay, let's do that. We're going to be a pirate. I mean, we are orcs, so it does make sense. Okay, so we've got a couple of days before the next week, so we might as well take everything we can. The more resources we've got, even the stuff we don't need, we can sell at the market. I could summon, but I won't. This will be a nice easy battle. Actually, no, let's do it. I'll summon some imps to attack them from behind. Oh, they're using fire now. We're starting to take losses. So any of the demonic creatures have the ability to use fire, and it will absolutely decimate your weaker creatures. Anything like those goblin soldiers. Oh man, look at that. So even though the battle is marked down as easy per se, it actually turned out to not be that much. We lost a significant portion of our army there. That was nasty. So I think it turned out about even. We killed 30 of their units, but that lost 30 of ours. So much for easy. And that battle is now... That was easy. That's now hard. That's how many we lost. I'm going to go home and I'm going to lick my wounds, I think. So it's the start of a new week. Time to get some more units. We're getting a fair amount of money, so I'm not too worried about being able to pay for my army. What I am worried about is being able to build it fast enough. So we just spent 10 grand on soldiers in one hit. Nice, okay, we can take this crystal mine easy now. Let's go do that. And we'll get a hero in first. Might be time to... let's save our mana. If things start to go the other way, I think we got this. Yeah, they're bringing in reinforcements. It's not helping them. Getting absolutely rolled by our hero units and our archers. Very nice. So we took some losses, but virtually done. Legion, increase the health of all creatures by 5. Yes, definitely. We've got... Our army mainly consists of weaker creatures, which is weird because I'm an orc and I didn't think I'd be using a weak army per se. Okay, oh, here we go. And we have a shipment of new soldiers. Let's... There we go. So now our army size is... I mean, still... Oh, there we go. We can now take on... So we can get the alchemy lab for some mercury, and we can get the gold mine. Beautiful. So the next thing we want to do is I want to try and... Ooh, nice. So I can build some blood letters. So whoever played this game is definitely a fan of Warhammer. Yep, we'll do that. A blood letter or a troll? Ooh, okay, sturdy. So I think this is probably what we need. This is a heavy hitter. Whereas the blood letter is... Yeah, let's go with the troll. And, oh man, that's going to be expensive though. That's okay. We can afford it. So my army should be able to roll up on this mercury mine. And we can sell all the mercury and build a even bigger army. Yeah, there's a nice easy battle. Very one-sided, just the way I like it. They're putting up a good fight though. And they took out half of my goblin riders. But we now have a mercury mine, and I mean a sulfur mine would be good, but we don't have the units yet to take them on. So I'm looking for the next place. Carnival. Ore quarry. Okay, yeah, well, there's not a lot we can do here. Our army is simply too small. So we're gonna start moving south, and we'll pick up the extra units we've created on the way. We're not doing too bad actually. So let's use our income. There we go. Okay, so with an army of this size, we should be able to roll up on most enemies and take them out. Moderate. You know, I'm actually gonna, even if I do lose a significant portion of my army, I think having 500 gold a day, it's a challenge, but I think it's going to be worth it. It's a calculated risk. Let's hope that the risk is worth it. I'm going to pull out all the stops here. I'm going to have my creatures in the mix. I've got my ranged units down here. I'm going to have my goblin. I'm going to send in my hero first. There we go. Oh, our hero's getting messed up pretty hard. So let's summon some creatures to help spread the damage a bit. This is going to be a close fight. I'm going to lose some of my army. I'm going to lose probably at least half of them. We're getting there. This looks nasty. So they're driving back my units a bit here. Yeah, let's send reinforcements. We need everything on this. Oh, we won. So I lost a big portion of my army there. Okay, so let's go with archery. And I hope that was worth it, because I've weakened my army very significantly. That being said, I just picked up 3,000 gold and a recurring 500 gold per turn. But I'm not going to fight any more moderate battles. In fact, I'm not going to fight any battles for the moment. I'm going to try and stay out of the danger area and just try and pick the easy battles to build my army up. Now the computer is going to return. What the computer does is probably doing the same thing as me. It's building up an army. It's taking out all of the surrounding area and building up mines. I think the only issue is that they can do it far more efficiently than me. And they actually begin the game with an army far more bigger, and the units are far more dangerous as well. So let's horde units in your armies to become upgraded. So let's do that. Okay, so all I can do now is wait for the next week, and hopefully with the creatures we get now, I'm absolutely blitzing money. I can dump 10 grand on an army every week, so it's just a matter of being able to recruit more. And I am under a little bit of a time limit because that computer is going to come back and it's going to roll me if I'm not careful. So what we're going to do next is we're going to build a tavern. Can't believe I didn't build a tavern before now. And that hero can move units between my heroes. So we can head him over here and drop their units into my army and have them basically as a courier, bringing more units every week, hiring them, and then I can just keep my main hero on the attack. Very nice. And now down south here we have the enemy army, so I want to be very careful about what I do. And we've got a outpost here that we definitely couldn't win against. So, oh, Mercury, Mana, and Gold. Okay, we might check that out next. Now here we go. We now have the computer. They've come in, and I think this is usually where I lose. The computer has, after about 2 weeks, so we're in week 3, they bring in an army that's just impossible to beat. So I think, and this is definitely something that was added in the latest patch. It definitely didn't do this before. I think we're going to lose now. Because, I mean, what can I do? My main base is pretty much blockaded. All I can do is hope that when the turn ends, I'll be able to get my army built in time, but no. And you can see here that we're pretty much finished. So, and this has only just been done, so before this, I was actually winning fairly regularly because you can see my Steam achievements. I won against most of the enemies, and I won against most of the factions too. It was a 50-50 chance. I actually thought the balance for some factions was a bit out, but now with this, I wanted to reserve judgment because I thought maybe it was my inexperience playing the game, but I definitely think these latest changes have made it definitely made it a little unfair. So we're losing categorically here. Their army is at least 4 times the size of mine. The hero is roughly evenly matched with mine, but look at the number of units they've got. It completely blitzes everything I have. I've got a bunch of mines and a pretty decent defense that I've built up now, but you cannot win against these sort of odds. So it's a bit of a shame. I think it's just that the balance of the game needs a bit of work. Although I think against the impossible, we may have won this. Amazing. I may have spoke too soon. What usually happens is the enemy comes in and they completely roll your base, they destroy you, and the last 5 games I had, I had to start again. So I think I may have actually done the impossible. I may have actually turned the enemy back. I still think that this is unbalanced though at the moment. So I might leave, if the developer does message me, I'm going to leave a comment in that I think that they've overcorrected. So the game was too easy when I played it in the initial release. I could roll every single enemy. I'd roll up on them with 3 or 4 times their army. So what the developer, I saw a lot of the comments saying the balance was out. I think what the developer's done is they've steered too far the other direction, and now the enemies are, the enemy armies are just basically, instead of attacking you in the first week with a small army, they attack you with a gigantic army after about 2 or 3 weeks. I thought I was absolutely screwed then. Somehow, it was great that I managed to get this on the video. I managed to pull a Hail Mary pass, a victory that I didn't think I could pull off. I still think I might be in some trouble here, just simply because a large portion of my army was completely shredded, and we've still got I still can't get through the barrier here. I'm gonna have a bit of a play around. I think at the moment I'd be reluctant to recommend this right now because of the latest patch. We'll see if the developer can roll back the changes they've made, because they've turned this game into a very, very difficult, nigh impossible game to win. And I've played through all of the Might and Magic games. Unfortunately, I think that they've steered too far in one direction. And as a Dark Souls player, you know I love a challenge, but I think that this has gone a bit too far in that direction. That being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will keep an eye on this. At the moment, I'd probably say hold off at least until the balance issue's been restored. But yeah, I'll keep an eye on it, and hopefully the developer will respond. And when the balance does get somewhat restored, I think that if they simply rolled back, maybe not completely rolled back the change, but reverted some of the changes they made in the last patch, it was definitely nowhere near this level of difficulty. It was too easy. So I think they've definitely overcorrected, and hopefully they'll make those changes, and when they do, I'll let you guys know. So hopefully join me next time when we play another indie game. Until then, Skill Incarnate, out.